Grasping Eagles is a two-man defense where opponent number 1 is grabbing our lapel from 12 o'clock and opponent number 2 is approaching us from the side with either a arm grab or even a side bear hug. The name Grasping Eagles suggests their grabs. Let's take a look. So what happened there? Well, opponent number 2 is initially here we'll look at it as an arm grab, shoulder grab, preventing me from moving, certainly preventing me from punching. Opponent number 1 here has got a hand on my chest. It could be either arm, doesn't matter. I'm going to step back with a outward downward back knuckle, striking with the 2 big knuckles into the opponent's groin here from behind. At the same time, I'm going to deliver a hammering inward block, just like delayed sword, to clear the grab from opponent number 1. Now, immediately, even if I have still a little bit of resistance from opponent number 2, the only real weapon I have available to me at this point, at this range, is a front kick to the groin with the lead leg. So just like delayed sword, we'll execute that front kick. But instead of chopping, we're going to plant down with a pin, and if he's hanging on at all, I'm going to yank my arm free, and it's going to become the punch to the solar plexus of opponent number 1. I'll immediately unwind with an outward elbow, kind of like we saw in captured twigs, and then it's a rear crossover, back kick, front kick. And then you saw me cover out here towards my original 9 o'clock. Let's see it now if the opponent has me in a side bear hug. And here we'll assume that I managed to have one arm free. So maybe I'm in a conversation here with opponent number 1, and one of his buddies is around, making me a little nervous, and he ends up grabbing me, trying to hold me. So now I realize here the fight is on. So I have to fend off whatever I can here with my inward block. At the same time, I've got this hand to the groin, kick to him, punch, elbow, back with front kick. So I'm pinning the opponent's arm, and I'm executing this vertical punch. I want you to think about having your humerus away from your rib cage about 45 degrees while keeping your fist vertical. So I'll do that here facing you. It keeps the shoulder in good alignment, so you won't experience impingement. It engages the pectoral muscle, so you're going to have a lot of power with the strike, and it keeps the wrist in a safe position. If you were to execute a horizontal punch or a 45-degree punch, and you're thinking about keeping your wrist in this perfect alignment, any sort of wiggle upon impact could result in a sprained wrist. But here you can see that my wrist has a safe bend in it this way, so that even upon impact, if my wrist were to bend one way or the other, it's not going to be sprained or injured. So there you have it for Grasping Eagles.